Good afternoon. Today is the 12th of May and this is part 12 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around Retro Rides 2024 at the Goodwood Motor Circuit here in West Sussex. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over, if there's wind noise, if I get interrupted by announcements or music. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So on the track we're going to have to speed up quite quickly through here because otherwise this series of videos will be too long. It's probably too long for most of you anyway, but it'll be even longer and I will not like filming if it's too long. Lancia Delta HF Integrale, left-hand drivers they all were, probably about 1992, something like that. Then a Mark II Vauxhall Cavalier 1.8 ejection convertible by Ermshire. I think, as far as I remember it, the Cavalier convertibles are only made, I think it's like 1985 to 87, it's something like that. And with the first facelift, this is the first facelift car where the indicators have been made clear as opposed to the orange ones it would have been originally. 1960 odd Ford Anglia with Dunlop De Novo wheels, I think they're called. Toyota Celica 1994, 1995. And then we've got a very nice Mark II Ford Cortina with the V6, the Cortina Savage those are called. 67, 68. BMW 2002 I think those are, 71, 72. So yeah, Celica there. Then we move on to this N200 SX. You could get this look, or you could get a Silvia in Japan. They're basically the same car, but with different front and rear ends. Well, I think there's a Silvia generation here as well. We saw this Escort yesterday. It is I think a 93 or 94. It's a 1.6 gear from memory. It's only £950. Honda Insight first generation 2001. Nissan 200 SX 1989 to 90. Two Mark II Golfs here, both big bumper models, so late ones. R32 engine, this was got a VR6 1990 to 1991. Vauxhall Nova, this is a pre-facelift Nova, but it's had extensive work. That I think might have been a red top engine with a turbo, I don't know. It's all sort of different in now. We've also got the much later front end that these came with. Can't remember actually if those wheels are off a Nova or something else entirely either. It's got a facelift dash in it, that's been extensively changed. Fiat Cinquecento, this one, if it's still original, it'll be I think it's late 99cc in that, like the one that I drove earlier this year, 93, 94. Renault Clio RSI, 1995, 96. That plate is way off in terms of it, the way it should be. It should just be a normal plate by this stage. The plates like this were only fitted to cars until 1973. Again, another RSI from this generation after the first facelift, so 95, 96. Ford Escort two-door rally car Mark II, 1979 to 80. Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, 1970 to 1971. Those are interesting cars to drive. 1964 Ford Anglia, probably a 105E. It's an Anglia Super, it'd be 123E. Is this a Civic Jordan by any chance? Yes, it is. I think these are EK or EJ Civics Jordan, about the same age as this one here, about 1999. And then there's the coupe version from this era. I forget the model code for these. Don't know exactly what year is on personal plate. A very late Mark III Fiesta. Now this would have started life probably as a Fiesta Classic, but it's had some modifications on it. 96, 97. By this stage the Mark IV had been in production for a couple of years actually. Talking of late Fords from the 1980s, late Mark II Mondeo from the year 2000. Audi 100, I think this is a C4. Later these are called VA6, this is still called 100 when it was made at sort of 93, 94. Ford Prefect from the side valve Ford era, be about 1956, something like that. Ooh, Ford Sierra RS. Sorry, not Sierra, because that's the thing underneath. It's actually an Escort. It's a Sierra running gear underneath. What's that? 94.95, and also a Ford Sierra RS Cosworth Sapphire Type, a 4x4 with some incredible wheels on it. That's interesting, isn't it, viewers? And then we've got this thing which looks like a 32 Ford Coupe thing. Another one of these EP3 Type R's. I've seen a few of these today. Renault 5 or Super Sank GT Turbo 1991, BMW E36 Coupe. We've seen absolutely tons of these. That one's a 96, 97. Citroen Visa GTI. Viewers, goodness me, this is actually after the AX came out, which was about 1986. 86, 87, 115 horsepower on the side of there. Yeah, this is one of the rarest cars I think I've seen in a long time. They are unbelievably rare. I'm going to stop and take a photograph actually. Okay, to carry on. Mini Clubman Estate 1977-78, probably with a 1275 GT engine in it. Ford Fiesta Mark II XR2, very late one, 88 to 89. Vauxhall Nova GSI, final facelift for these, 92-93. For some reason, these continued a bit later than the standard Novas. They continued until 1994. BMW 30 Touring with BMW M Sport modified engine. It is Alpine White apparently. Another E36 here. I suppose it was for sale sign, we have to say. Scan that code. It's your boy _A on Instagram. I don't think I said that right, viewers, somehow. 1996 or 97, 97, 98, both the same colour, I think. Another MX-5 NA, 1994, 1995. An N14 Sunny, or possibly a Pulsar GTI R. These are rare. I can't remember if these were officially sold over here or not, but GTIs were. That's a different dash put in it as well. Yeah, it's a GTI R. And it's got pink suspension in the back, as you can see in the mirror. Nova Trip. This is a very late Corsa B. No, it's not Nova Trip. It's Corsa Trip. There was a Nova Trip as well. Corsa Trip, 1 litre, 12 valve. That will be from the year 2000. What the heck happened to the front end? Who knows? Suzuki Wagon R, first generation, 1998, 1999. MGB GT, 1980 to 1981. The bumpers have been taken off that actually, and the arches have been widened. It is a Sebring evocation called 07762 6756 849. Speak to James. 14,100. A Sebring evocation. 1979 to 1980 mini pickup. That Morris badge doesn't belong on that. From the 60s. 1977-78 mini Clubman or 1275 GT possibly. R3 Rover 200 with an interesting grille on it. That is from the Netherlands. I imagine it's a later one, probably about 1998. Patrol we can't talk about. Peugeot 205, 1991, 1992 on a J. MB or something Civic Aerodeck from year 2000, we saw that yesterday. UNOS NA 91, 92. I think this is a Clan Crusader from memory, which is based on an M, but it's very, very, very low. 1973, 1974. Yeah, Clan Crusader, I got it right for once. Renault 5 Automatic, 1988 to 89, but it's had some work done to the engine. I doubt that's the original Play on Font engine in there now. Mark II Polo Bread Van, 1989 to 1990. Mini City, I think this is, 1985 to 1986. Another one of these Polo Bread Vans was the facelifted Mark II Polo there, 93, 94, with the brake servo. The other one there wouldn't have one. Mark III Polo, pre-facelift, so up to the 94 to about 99. Fiat Uno. Is this a turbo IE by any chance? Yes. I'll have to have a look actually at that information sheet in a second, but yes, it is a turbo IE, 1987 to 1988. Another turbo IE, very late, 1994 only, because they stopped making these for this market. They continued in other countries until 2013 in some cases, but for our market, discontinued in 1994 in favour of the Punto. Very rare actually. Any Uno turbo IE is rare. I think any Uno is rare. Let's go to Favorite, 1991, 1992. I wonder if this is one of the sort of more interesting models, like a flare line. We're not just an LS, but looks nice. Those aren't very common, are they, either? Then there's a couple of Beetles with some, is that a Porsche 928 wheel on that? I think so. That Beetle there, 1972, 1973. Another NA Unos, an early one, 8990. Mark II Jetta. Mark II C, I think we saw this yesterday actually. 1985, 1986. Skoda Favourite, another one. This is a flare line model, although that's been extensively modified. Probably still got the original Skoda engine in it, which is a 1.3 overhead valve engine. Can't talk about that one. We can talk about that Sierra Sapphire though, which has the blacktop Z-Tech engine in it, which is not what it would have had originally. Probably that came with Ford twin cam engine, I would have thought. 8990. Another MX-5 or Unos. 9192. Honda Beat. 1990 to 1991. I can't remember what the first year for the Beat was actually. So that could be one of the first ones made. I don't know. Someone tell me in the comment section below. This generation Civic, but I can't remember, that preceded the EG Civics, 1990 to 1991. Then a Mark III Fiesta, facelifted one, although the rear end still got the pre-facelift rear lights on it. 1993, 1994 with yellow headlamps. Volkswagen Golf, I think it's a Vento front end or something. Mark III, 1997, 1998. Then a Mark II Polo with the, I think they're the early Polo Classic headlamps. Another Polo Brad van here, 1988 to 1989. BMW E36 3 Series Compact. Volkswagen Scirocco Mark II, a very basic looking one with the sort of steel wheels you got in the Golf C. 1983, 1984. Ford Escort 600 GT Mexico, or at least that's what it says on it. 1970, 172. Reliant Rebel, 1968 to 1969, printed to the kitten, based on the same chassis as the Regal, I think, although obviously with four wheels. TVR S2, I think these are called, 1988, 1989. Let's see if we can spot some Ford bits in here. I think those door handles have been replaced for different ones actually. They should have sort of Mark III Capri door handles on them, but been chromed. Yeah, definitely Ford bits in there. And then 1972-73 MG Midget BGT. Sorry, MG BGT, not MG Midget BGT. Gosh, you can tell it's the second day, can't you, dear? 1999 to 2000 Honda Civic EK or EJ, I think these are called. Oh, that's got the VTI engine in it, so it'll be nice and fast. This one, which completely stumped me yesterday. Let's have a look and see if it's in the back what this says. It might not even say anything. It's just going to have to remain a total mystery. It's a Nissan Cube. It's obviously a very early Cube, because I've never seen one this early. 1999 in a T. Early 90s Mini Cooper, 1990 to 1991. Golf Mark II. It doesn't go on quite as far as it normally does down this track, which is good. It's a shorter video, or short is the wrong word, shorter is the operative word. 1990, 1991. NBMX5 2000, Vauxhall Firenze, which we saw yesterday, has a Ford engine in it. 1971-72, possibly originally a Vauxhall press car in that sequence. 1991-1992 Volkswagen Corrado G60. Local plate to this area, TR. 1971-72 with the Cosmic Alloy wheels, MG Midget Mark III. I wonder if it's still got the old non-synchron first gearbox in it. 1989-90 VW Golf Mark II with big bumpers. Mini Scamp 1980-81. K11 Nissan Micra 2000. And then I think this is a Clio, yeah, it's Clio 16 valve. It looks a bit like a Williams, but that's what they were based on. This is the 16 valve. Pre-facelift Mark 1 Clio, 1991, 1992. E21 BMW 3 Series, 1982, 1983. 1994, 1995 BMW 36 318 IS. 1977, 1978 Ford Fiesta Mark I, with still the original seats at the bottom driver's seat, but the rest of them are original seats, which is crazy. My uncle used to have one of these back in the day. 1999 BMW Z3. 1987 and 1988 Volkswagen Golf Mark II GTI. 1965 Ford Anglia 123E Super. 1991, 1992 Honda CRX, 1984 to 85 Volkswagen Scirocco Mark II with, I think, Golf rally wheels on it, as far as I can remember. EJ or EK Civic hatch, see if it's got a plate on it, might not do. Yes, it has. It's not an age-rated plate. Vauxhall Corsa B Sport, late pre-facelift one, 1996, 1997. I think the Sport model changed its engines halfway through. I can't remember if that's a 1.4 or a 1.6 now. So that's this Volkswagen bay window van from 72 through. South African plate, I think, on that. That's probably where it's been imported from. Peugeot 309 GTI 16, I think these were called. Facelift one about 1990 or later. 1966 Rover P6 2000. I have driven one of these. It was a 67 automatic and purple, because that's what the owner likes. 1987, 1988 Peugeot 205 1.9 GTI. 1994, 95 approximately Peugeot 106. I don't think they made the GTI at this stage. Suzuki Vitara with the wide boy body on it. 1992, 1993. Very sort of 90s look. It was, yeah, Fat Boy kit it says. It's for sale, £6,500. Call 07584 995 527. I owned a Vitara many years ago. It wasn't with a Fat Boy kit like this. It was just a standard one, for which I paid, I think, the printed sum of about 300 quid or something. I think I paid for it, maybe 350 with an MOT. 1998, 1999 BMW Z3. 1990 to 1992 Suzuki Samurai with an interesting steering wheel in it. I haven't seen the Samurai, we saw this yesterday, but before that I hadn't seen one in many years. Oh, come on, autofocus, sort yourself out. 1980, 1981 Ford Escort Mark II, probably in 1980 because that's when it finished production. That's the late registration. It's a 1.3. Not quite as valuable as the two doors, but still nice. 2000 Toyota MR2. I've driven a 2000 MR2 in this colour as well. It's still with the original owner. He bought it new in 2000. Honda Civic EG4, 1994, 1995. This was a manual. The one I drove many years ago on No Budget Reviews was an automatic. Is this a Mira Avanzato TRXX or something? Yes, it is. 1990 to 1993 approximately. Bizarre car. I can't remember if they officially imported them, but certainly they did one on Top Gear, and someone I know has got one of these, I think. 1998, 1999 K11 Micra, although that front end has been changed to look a little bit older than it is. 1993, 1994 Unos Roadster. 1999 to 2000 200 SX or Sylvia S14. Honda Integra Type R. 1996, 1997, although that's not the front end we got in this country. 1995, 1996 Peugeot 106 Rally pre-facelift. The facelift came in, I think, early 96 with these. Yeah, it's a 106 Rally. Ford Escort RS 2000 Mark II, 1977, 1978 on an S. By Zaxpeed. Volvo V70 P1, we tend to call these in the Volvo Owners Club. Let's see if this is a petrol one. Oh no, let's skip that. Don't get caught out, viewers. Mitsubishi Colt GLX. I can't remember the name of the shape, but I'd like to drive one, please. There's another one of these around here somewhere in one of the previous parts. This is a 1991, 1992. Final generation Toyota Starlet, 1995, 96 Sportif, although Sportif's worn off on the door there. 1981, 1982 Ford Escort Mark III with later XR3i wheels. 1996, 1997 Mitsubishi Legnum, or Galant as they were in this country. This is a Legnum though, because it's a Japanese domestic market model. Another one of this generation of Civic that, well, yeah, I can't remember the name of that one. Let's keep moving. 2006 Honda Jazz. What's this doing in here? I thought it was pre-2001 only. 1998 and 1999 Daihatsu Move. This isn't a Move Plus because those had colour-coded bumpers. This is just a standard Move, like the earlier one. We've seen twice already. Some of you might prefer this more basic Move. I can't remember how many of these are in this country, but it's not many. Look how narrow that is. 1989 to 90 Nissan 200 SX. Also in for 180, and then this is a very similar car to the Sylvia of the time as well. And then one of these Volkswagen vans of this shape, I forget exactly what these are called. 1995, 1996 Nissan Micra K11. 1981 to 82 Mini, maybe like an HL or something. I think this is before the City, this one. Yeah, no idea. Would have been under like Austin Morris actually registered. Again, I don't think we can talk about this Volkswagen van. Probably not. No, let's move on then. Toyota Crown Athlete. This one is a 2000. All planes. Keep out of the runway, viewers. That's a good thing. Just keep out of the runway and don't die. Yeah. Toyota Crown Majesta, don't know what year this is, maybe like 2002, 2003 perhaps. Obviously there is a bit of a flexibility with the emission policy here as to what actually gets it and what doesn't. Another one of this generation of Civic, EJ or EK, it's a 2000, so one of the last ones. I think they discontinued 2001 when the EP3 shape came in, or they weren't all called AP3s. Volvo 940, late one, 96, 97, finished in 1998. And then something from Mr. Coleman, rubbish mechanic, next to it. A pre-facelift Mark I Ford Granada, 3 litre GXL, 7273 with the sort of odd mirrors. Yes, please. 1995, 1996 Rover 620 Ti with a 2 Series turbo in it. There aren't enough Rovers here this year, but then there aren't many Rovers really at Retro Rides Weekender anyway. It's just not that sort of show. If you want Rovers, probably Longbridge perhaps. Volkswagen Passat B4 Estate 1995, 1996, the VR6 model. This is a rare beast, isn't it? Rare car. The B4s in general just aren't common, but VR6s, I imagine that's like a sort of single-digit survival rate for those in this country. 1976 Chevrolet pickup. Is this it's a Cheyenne 20? Never heard of those. And then a Ford Mustang 1965 289 engine, bay window Volkswagen. 1969 to 70, left-hand drive. Porsche 356. I imagine that's like a 356B or C, it'd be a later one. It'd be 63, 64. Another Mustang here, 69 to 70. This is the one that's in the title sequence for the Mary Tyler Moore show, isn't it? The first series, which is 1970. Mitsubishi FTO. Don't know. Oh yes, there's the plate up there. About 94, 95 possibly. Oh, a Saab 900 original generation in the specification that I would like. 1901 to 92. I've got a beige interior. Nice steering wheel. Strange driving position these. I have driven one, and the manual ones do have quite offset pedals. But it's a 900S 92, 93. If I had a leather interior in it, I'd probably buy that and just try to get used to driving position, I think. Ford F100, probably from the 70s, I'd imagine. Yeah, 72. Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. Wow, this should be a Shadow 2 actually. It should have a different front end on it than this one, but nevertheless, could be a electric registration, I suppose. 78, 79 plate. Mark 1 Volkswagen Jetta. Now this is always at the show, and it always makes me feel incredibly nostalgic because my parents had one. It's the first car I ever remember. This one is an 81 to 82. It's a bit nicer than one they had. This is a GL with the headlight washers. There's a CL. I think the same 1.5 engine. These are exceptionally rare cars. You just do not see them. That's why I prefer the Golf so much. They're really rare. They were more expensive than the Golf, a bit larger boot space. And yeah, it is a GL. My parents had a CL in green. This is a 1983. And that is my childhood in there. 1987, 1988 BMW E28 5 Series. '68, 69 Volkswagen Beetle. Pre-facelift Bottle Chevette 2-door, 1979 to 80. Facelift was in 1980, so a late pre-facelift. I imagine this is like an L or something. I have driven one of these, but it was a facelift 4-door in this colour. They haven't got the nicest gearbox or the nicest engine in them, apparently. Well, not apparently, I know they haven't, I've driven one. But nevertheless, they sold tons of these. They were so common back in the day. Chevrolet Chevelle, or Chevelle by Chevrolet. Malibu, before the Malibu was a separate model, it was part of a Chevelle range. Saw this yesterday, 71, 72. Is this perhaps another Toyota Crown Athlete? Yes, it is. 2002 to 3 on a 52 registration. Never sold over here officially, but there we go. Yeah, Athlete V. E38 BMW 7 Series 740i, which I'm sure is very nice. So I think the later one, because it's got this sort of later steering wheel in it, so it'd be about 2000 perhaps, although the plate on its personal one. Something I saw yesterday that I very much like, this Saab 9000. After the sort of couple of facelifts that the CS models had, this is sort of 94, 95, CSE. 1965 Ford Mustang, which has had some modifications to it, of course. Name me a Mustang that's completely standard that you see at shows of this era. I don't think that people tend to do that. 1991, 1992 Toyota Starlet. Now this I think is an original spec UK car, just with a few modifications on it, which is nice. We only got them over here in this generation as 1 litre GLs, and then a Ford Transit Mark III. It's not the smiley face, this is sort of before that. Returning Rescue. I hope this is a petrol one, viewers. I don't know how to tell. And then a couple more Volvos, and we'll end this part. Actually, we'll end it on this particular 340. 340 1.7 GL. With a Renault F-Type engine. This one will be 1988, 1989. Oh, glad I didn't film that, viewers. Can't talk about it. And anyway, thanks very much indeed once again for watching. That was part 13 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2024 Retro Rides Weekender. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.